Welcome back to another video, guys. Today we're recapping NXT. Just saying, NXT is a lot better than Monday Night Raw or SmackDown. It has way better storylines. It matches that they are like not scared. They aren't scared to test new championships. I really wish Raw or SmackDown could take that away from NXT. Just take a risk. Okay, let's get into it. First match on NXT was Dark State versus Saquon Sugars, Noam Dar, and Romeo Morono. This was a great match. Romeo is a young superstar, but he's great. He has a lot to learn, but Dark State, they all had chemistry. The story was there. And Dark State won by pinning Romeo. And hopefully, maybe we can get Saquon Sugars and Dion Lennox at Heatwave in like a street fight to finally end this story between them. And then it went to a backstage argument between Thea Hale, Skylar Ray, Jada Parker, and Kendall Gray. And then they were arguing that we don't get opportunities, and then Thea Hale eventually came in and calmed everyone down, saying she never gets opportunities, but I hope Thea Hale gets a push soon. And then the next thing was Kendall Gray and Lola Vice went out to the ring to have a promo together. Lola Vice, Kendall Gray, they are amazing. Great. They're like wrestling soulmates. Like their promo, their wrestling, every match is a dream match. Almost great, amazing. That was and I feel like Kendall Gray and Lola Vice will have a match. They go have an NXT Underground match on August 4th. What I think it's on Heatwave, the premium live event. And then the next match was Carvers versus Hank Walker from Hank and Tank. Carvers defeated Hank. This was an okay match, and then what was actually good, EK Prosper came out to make the save and take out Carvers, because Carvers started to attack Hank and Tank after the match. That match was really good. All these matches are amazing, but that was probably the worst match, I think. And then the next match was Jada Parker and Natty, the Low-Key Legend. I love this feud. I really think more legends or Hall of Famers should be doing this, going down to NXT, just being a manager and helping the next generation. Jada Parker won by hitting Natalya in a sharpshooter. What I actually think is good, I kind of wanted Natalya to win because Jada Parker has now, counting this win, 3 wins on her. So maybe the next match, because Thea Hale came out and threw the towel in to distract the ref. And so I think the next part of this feud would be Jada Park and Thea Hale versus Natalia and probably Nikita Lyons or Carmen Petrovich. Maybe like a 6-man tag team match or a 2-on-2. And then then there was a backstage segment with Kalani Jordan was speaking to Robert Stone about last week, about like the ref can't count, showed him a video, and clearly she was meant to be the winner. So I feel like at Heatwave it'll be a triple threat between all of those people again. Lola Vice, Kendall Gray, and Cole Jordan, I think. And then the next match was Sean Spears and Nico Vance. I really like this match. I feel like everyone's leaving the culling now. I hope, but I like the match, but the ending I didn't really like. The ending where Lizzie Rain came out to attack Izzy Dame at ringside. I really want it to be like Tatum Paxley, and because Tatum Paxley was kicked out by the group too. And like next week, Tatum Paxley and Sean Spears versus Izzy Dame and Nico Vance. But Lizzie Rain came out and attacked Izzy. And then Sean Spears got the chair. He was about to hit Nico Vance. Ref was dealing with Izzy Dame. And then Sean did the Eddie Guerrero style where they hit the ground and then throw it to the opponent to get an easy win. What I thought was amazing. And then Miles Bourne was backstage talking to Tavion and said that he wants a tag team title with Tavion, like to reconnect the family together. But before they get to that, they're going to have next week Tate Wildner versus Miles Bourne for the North American Championship. What I'm not really that interested in. And then the next match was Rena Vulcan versus Skylar Ray. Rena Vulcan this was her debut match. And Skylar Ray, they really have good chemistry together. I hope I see more matches with them in it. And Rena Vulcan won with her new submission, Natural Disaster. What I really like is like where they have it up on, she has them up on her back and then starts to shake them. I really like that finisher. And then the main event was Tony D'Angelo and Naraku in a street fight. Naraku immediately sprayed poison mist into Tony's face. The matches include chairs, kendo sticks, a ladder, and an announce table crash. Tony used Naraku mist against him when he tried to spit in his face the second time. He like held up his hand and then rubbed it in his eyes and then hit a rock bottom from the steel steps through the announce table to retain the NXT Championship. And then just before NXT ended, Mike Santina debuts. He's a TNA World Championship. Well, I'm really looking forward to. This would be a dream match. I hope they have more than 3 matches. And I hope Mike Santino eventually wins the North NXT Championship. Thanks for watching, guys. Please like and subscribe down the bottom. Other than that, this is it for Finn's Reviews. Peace.